Like everyone else in photography, I have an unnatural attraction to camera bags. I mean, it is out of control. If you go into my closet, I have a camera bag for every situation, almost too many. But I'm always looking for the perfect bag. So when Brevity slid into my DMs and said, hey, we've got a really cool bag we would like you to try, I was all too happy to oblige them. So today on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at the Brevity Jumper Camera Bag. And I've got it right here in a wonderful pine green finish. Do you say finish when you're talking about a cloth? I don't think so. This is the jumper bag if you're looking at it on their website, and there are actually two sizes, a smaller size and a larger size. And I have the smaller size, which fits up to a 14-inch laptop, so fits my MacBook absolutely perfectly. But there's also a larger version out there that fits a 16-inch laptop. So a couple of things about the bag that are going to become immediately apparent once you get it. It's extremely light, okay? So I'm comparing it with my Peak Design backpack that I use all the time. That was my former go-to camera bag. This is much lighter than that, but they haven't skimped on build quality. Something that is really, really cool is if you take a look at like these little hooks, the hardware on the backpack, these little hooks, they're nice textured metal. These are aluminum hardware, and they have Brevity engraved on them. Really, really nice looking. On the inside of the backpack, on the section of the backpack that's going to be laying against your back, the inside, it's got Brevity wrote in a slightly darker green font. Again, very aesthetically pleasing, looks great. And their little icon out here, which is like a deer. I'm an Eastern Kentucky man, the deer is, love it. And then this rubberized logo on the backpack as well. Also worth noting, all of the zippers just work really, really well. You know, no hang-ups anywhere at all on that. And then getting to the material that the bag is actually made out of. The bag is made from almost like a canvas material, but it's very, very soft to the touch. It doesn't have that crinkly kind of finish, that waxy finish that you normally get with a canvas bag. I think that probably means that the bag is not waterproof, but as a normal EDC daily bag, maybe you don't necessarily need that capability. So this isn't an all-weather, all-use bag. But getting back to the fit and finish of the bag is built really well. And that continues inside as well. So if you unzip the top compartment, getting to this larger top section here that's mostly open, I took this bag with me on a recent trip, and I use this just to store an extra set of clothes or two. So really adaptable. This particular section, there aren't any dividers. You can do about anything with it. And there's also an additional pocket in there. At least at this point, I've used that pocket primarily for memory cards, batteries, tools, those kinds of things. Getting to the lower portion of the front of the bag, there are actually two zippers. It's kind of two layered. So if you open up the main zipper, this is the lowest one. This opens up the main compartment of the bag, and you can see how I've got it laid out. Brevity ships it with a number of dividers. These dividers can be configured in any way you like to house lenses. You can leave it mostly open. You can take everything out and just the bag's completely empty. And what's even cooler is you can even undo the floor of that top compartment and then leave the backpack completely open on the inside. So super cool. The bag is highly configurable to whatever use that you'll have for it. But like I said, I had it set up to carry all of my overnight things, my clothes, also my cameras. Got a stick of deodorant over here. I'm an Old Spice man. But that adaptability of the bag, the ability for the bag to do a lot of different things is really desirable. I find that ability for the bag to be configurable and to be able to do a lot of different things at once is really amazing. And so that gets us through the front compartment, and I'm just going to kind of throw everything back in there. And that leads us to the other compartment on the front. And this is one that I really, really like because it's got lots of dividers inside. So this is just a zippered pouch. Doesn't open all the way, but it's got lots of compartments. You see, I've got a pair of AirPods in there already. These are just elastic bands, nice little pockets. I was also using it to hold my notebook, my little Hobonichi Techo notebook. It goes with me almost everywhere I go. Fits in there perfectly. And that's an A12 size notebook. So A12 size notebook, looks like it was made for it. Really, really nice, the ability to carry my notebook with me there in that pocket and not occupy one of the other spaces. So love that. Where I had my Old Spice on the side of the bag allows you to carry a tripod in the way that my Peak Design bag allowed me to carry a tripod. So you just undo that hook. The tripod slides down in there. I've got an ink pen, and the clasp will go back over the thing there. And then you just tighten it up to accommodate your tripod. A really awesome design. The tripod is super steady. I usually leave one leg out, two legs in, and that seems to be the best way to kind of really secure the tripod. There's a really cute pocket on the back here. I think this is what they're calling their secret compartment. It's a really nice place to put a cell phone. Like when you're going on a hike, slide the cell phone inside. You'll know exactly where it is. Really easy to get to, and it's not gonna clank around and hit any of your other things, especially for those of us who don't don't rock a case. So the secret compartment on the back, really awesome. Lots of other really nice details that you would just expect from the backpack. Got a little hoop on the top. It's also got shoulder straps that are adjustable. I mean, this is all pretty standard fare. No cross tie. The straps are also very thin, so if you're carrying a ton of weight back here, it's probably not gonna be the most comfortable pack in the world. I don't believe that's what this pack is designed for, and we'll talk more about that as we go on. Another pouch that we didn't even talk about, and I think this is one of the best parts, and this is your laptop sleeve. The ability to carry a laptop with me, even if I don't necessarily need it on every adventure, is really, really compelling. Great place to put a laptop. It also gives the backpack some integrity. When you got your laptop down in there, it kind of strengthens the backpack, makes it a little more rigid. But like I said, my MacBook slides in there, no problem, it feels nice and secure. And this laptop sleeve is entirely padded. You can see lots of cushioning around it, so if you drop your bag, you're not gonna have to worry about your laptop busting. But I wouldn't recommend it. One more detail, the ability to attach a tripod or a sleeping bag or something like that underneath the backpack as well with these straps. I haven't used that function yet. I rarely do. I prefer to carry my tripod over on the side. But it's worth noting that if you do decide to carry a tripod on the side, you've not got a place for a water bottle. So most folks are gonna configure it water bottle, tripod, but at least you have both options. And then there was a nice side access port. This is how that I prefer to have my bag set up, is have the ability to access the camera from the side. There's an additional way to get into that inside pocket there. It's a really stylish backpack, number one. I want to point that out straight away. Versus my Peak Design V2 backpack, this looks much nicer. This is a very aesthetically pleasing bag. I wouldn't think one bit about carrying this bag with me on an overnight trip, walking around town with it. It looks really cool, and in a way that doesn't necessarily flag you as a photographer with $10,000 worth of gear in your bag all the time. This bag looks a lot more casual, a lot more low-key, so I think that's really cool. The aesthetics of the bag, amazing. Very, very good looking bag. The functionality of the bag, it's almost identical to my Peak Design backpack. Everything's very sensibly designed and laid out. It's got that same configurable compartment in the front that allows you to accommodate whatever you want to bring with you. Really, really love the adaptability of this bag. And I also love that compartment on the top that allows you to bring with you your clothes or whatever else. I'm never going to be the photographer that has to have a whole full backpack full of gear. My shooting setups are oftentimes much more elegant than that. One camera, two lenses, one camera, one lens, a tripod, nothing crazy. I'm never going to be the guy who carries an egregious amount of gear. So oftentimes I value having the additional space for other things. So this is the kind of bag layout that I prefer. A wonderful multifunctional bag. Talking about the build quality of the bag, the build quality is really high. I feel like this is the kind of bag that will last a really long time. It's built much, much nicer than most photography bags. The bag is probably not built as well as my Peak Design backpack, but comparing it to something like a Low Pro or a Domkey, this is probably every bit as good or better. Really, really nice bag. This is a much more soft, much more pleasant backpack to use. Like I said, the material is all very soft and feels very nice to the touch. It's a wonderful bag, and it's going to stand up to all the wear and tear that you're going to be able to put the bag through. The cost, I've seen these online going for $150, $160. I will say, in the interest of fairness, Brevity sent me this bag for free. I didn't pay anything for it. They did not say that I had to leave a review. They didn't say that I had to leave a good review, but they did send me the bag for free. So take that for what it's worth. Something that I like to do in my review type videos is ask who this product is for. And I think this bag is not actually for a very serious photographer. I think this bag is for somebody like me. Somebody who's going to work. They've usually got to bring a few things with them. Maybe they're having overnight trips for work from time to time where they need to bring a change of clothes, but they also want to be able to bring their camera gear with them. This is a very multifunctional bag. It serves a lot of different purposes. This isn't the kind of camera bag that you're going to want to load with 40 pounds of gear. It's not built for that. This is a bag set up to go with you as you travel through the city. So I think if you're looking for a pure photography bag, there are probably better options out there. But if you want a backpack that can kind of do it all and represents a really good value, again, this bag has all the capabilities and it's laid out very similarly to my Peak Design backpack. Honestly, if I had have known about this backpack, I probably would have gotten this instead of my Peak Design pack because this suits my use so much better. But really cool backpack. Love the colors, love the build quality, a really nice bag. So if you want to get your very own Brevity Jumper Backpack, there's going to be a link in the description of this video. Make sure you click on that link and tell them I sent you. And if you want to look for a really cool camera to put in your new Brevity Jumper Backpack, watch this review of my Nikon FM2. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.